Okay. Hi. We are doing Blue Book 3.1 to 3.3 quiz, which is on page 125. All right, let's take a look at the first one. The first one, they ask us to write the equation of the line with the slope intercept form. All right, here is right here on number 2. Okay, we find that we have a 0, 0, and here we have 3, 3. So we need to write the slope of the line. All right, so let's back it up here, refocus. So if we have 0, 0, and 3, 3, okay, what we discover is this. We discover that it crosses y at 0. So our y-intercept is 0. And then we discover that our change, okay, is our x. So our x, we go from 0 to 3. So our change is 3, and it's going in a positive progression. So then our slope then is our rise, 1, 2, 3, and our run, 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 over 3. That's our slope. 3 over 3 is going to give us a 1. So then when we write our equation, we have x, y is equal to x in essence. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 over 3. And then our x, our y-intercept is 0. So on number 2, y is equal to x. That is our slope of the line. All right, let's look at number 4. Number 4, they tell us that our slope is 2, okay, and our point is 1, 3. So let's take a look. We're going to graph that over here. We're going to go to 1, and we're going to go to 3 here. And we know our slope is 2, so that means it is 2 over 1. So we're going to rise 2 and run 1 in a positive progression. So here we go, rise 2, 1, 2, run 1. Well, we need to make contact with this line. So let's fall 2 and run 1. 1, 2, and run here, and we land at positive 1. So now we know our slope, positive 1. Our intercept, we already know our slope is 2. So then that's x2. So y is equal to 2x plus 1. That's for number 4. Let's move forward to number 6. On number 6, we are going to start with our -1, positive 4, which is here. And then our slope is -1 over 1. And we need to make contact with this line. So we're going to drop 1 and run 1, okay? We know it's going in this direction because our slope is negative, okay? We also know that if we drop, that's negative. When we go to the right, it remains negative. We make contact at 3. So 3 is our intercept. 3 being our intercept, which is positive, okay? It's a positive 3. And our slope, we already know, that is the equation for that line, okay? Which can also be written as y is equal to -x plus 3. That's number 6. All right, let's take a look at number 8. On number 8, we have 2/3 here. Well, I don't particularly like to multiply using fractions. All right, I operate using fractions, so I can utilize a different method to determine the slope of the line. I can subtract. I can take my x's, okay, and I can say 0 minus 3. This x minus this 3. And then I can say for my y, and I'll end up with a -3. And for my y, I can say -2/3 minus -2/3 will give me a plus will give me a 0. So as far as my y is concerned, okay, my y's subtracted each other out. I have 0. So I have no 0, 0 is my intercept. Okay. Now for my my rise is 0, okay, and then my run is -3. That's what I ended up with, okay. For number 8, I'm going from y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2, y1 is -2/3 minus x1 -2/3 over x is -3 minus 0. So I end up with a 3 here and here, plus -2 plus a -2 should give me a 0. The book says I should have -2/3. Zero, 2/3 here. -3, 2/3 is here. So my slope is 0. The whole line is the 2/3 line. Okay. Alright, so what ends up happening is they threw us a little curve there, okay? I want to show it to you. If we're at 0, 2/3 here, it's a third right here. And if we're at -3, 2/3, here's the third right here, okay? So that is our line there, okay? So that what we discover here is that y is 2/3. That's a 2/3 line. When we draw a line, no matter what x is, okay? So what we, in essence, what we have here is our y is equal to 2/3. That's it. Nothing to be said. Nothing to be determined. Nothing to be had. Okay? It's one of those lines that just goes straight across. Okay? Sorry, in your pre-essence, we didn't really prepare you for that one. Okay? I used the slope-intercept form to kind of figure out what was going on here. But the bottom line is, and even with that, it's supposed to be down here negative. I made it positive when it should be here negative. Okay? So, forgive me for that. Okay? All right, moving forward. On number 10, it says that the 13 miles long, all right, go ahead and make that correction, because it's 0, -2/3, and it is -3, -2/3, okay? All right. Here, on number 10, 13 miles long, half a mile per week, okay? So, when we have, it says write an equation for the y is the length, okay? This is y. And then x for the week. This is x, okay? So then what we find here, what we discover is that our intercept is 13, okay? And then we have our x, okay? When we want to make a change, every week it changes by a half, all right? Rising 1, falling 2, okay? So therefore, that's our change per week. Week 1, change by a half. Week 2, change by a half. So automatically, that is our slope, okay? All right. Moving forward on number 12. On number 12, after 3 weeks, a corn plant is 3 feet. After 3 weeks, a corn plant is 2 feet tall. After 9 weeks, it is 8 feet tall. What's the equation? Y in feet and x in weeks. Well, let's take a look. We have to plot those 2 points. All right. After 3 weeks, 2 feet tall. And after 9 weeks, 8 feet tall. All right. let's get our slope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 over 6. So that's 1. So it's down 1, run 1. Down 1, 1 run. Down 1, run 1. So it's negative 1 is where it crosses the y. All right, so negative 1 is where it crosses. Okay, and so therefore we need to now know what the change is. Okay, our rise over our run was 1 over 1, and that gave us our y. And in this case, our 1 over 1 is going in a positive direction, so it's positive. So it is x minus 1. That is what our y is for number 12. Okay, those cover the questions. Only this one was a monkey wrench because our text did not really prepare you for that one. And for that, I apologize on behalf of the book. And we can discuss it a little more tomorrow. But I was surprised that it took that approach. So it kind of threw me a little bit. Thought maybe I was missing something. But hopefully you understand that when you have no, x, no rise over 1, and you just have your number is a straight vertical line. We'll talk about that a little more. Okay, bye.